So they've moved on fast, too fast. So fast your head's spinning. 1 minute, you're the love of their life. The next, they're in a full-blown relationship with someone new, posting selfies, jetting off for weekend getaways, using all the same words they used with you: soulmate, finally found real love, my person. You're watching the life you used to have, but now it's happening with someone else. And you can't help but wonder, was I that easy to replace? Did they ever love me at all? Are they treating this new person better? It's brutal. I get it. But today I want to break this down for you, because what you're seeing isn't what's really going on. But before we go any further, guys, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, like and follow, so you never miss a future episode on narcissistic abuse, toxic relationships, emotional abuse, psychological abuse. We cover it all. Okay. Let's just be clear, it's not about you. I know that sounds counterintuitive. It feels deeply personal, like their ability to move on so quickly means you meant nothing. But I promise you, it's not about your worth. It's about supply, narcissistic supply. Narcissists don't move on, they replace. They don't take time to reflect, grieve, or grow like a normal human being with a normal range of emotions. They skip straight to the next fix, because for them, a new partner isn't about connection. It's about control, validation, ego strokes. It's about filling that gaping black hole inside them. And you're not crazy for hurting. You're not wrong for feeling blindsided. You were groomed, and now someone else is being groomed too. That doesn't mean you have to feel sorry for them. They've got their own journey ahead of them. Yes, someone else is being groomed too. Let's talk about them for a second. This new supply, this new soulmate, because I know a lot of you are watching them, scrolling their profile, comparing, trying to figure out what they have that you didn't, wondering if maybe they're easier to love, easier to control, more fun, more agreeable, more attractive. But here's the hard truth: they're not better, they're just new. And right now, they are smack bang in the middle of the love bombing phase. What the new supply is thinking right now is that they've hit the jackpot. They feel special, chosen, understood. They've never been showered with this much attention, affection, flattery. It feels intense, but in a this must be fake kind of way. Then getting those constant messages, the big declarations, the future plans, the future baking, like you did. Things like, oh, I've never felt this way before. I just know that you're the one. This relationship, oh, he was toxic. Nothing. You're nothing like her. Sound familiar? That's because it's the same script, the same lines, just a different actor. But the new supply doesn't see it yet. They don't know that this intensity is not love. It's control disguised as romance. They don't know yet that the narcissist is already planting little seeds. Seeds like, my ex was jealous. She was so needy. They couldn't handle how busy I was. Everyone always misunderstands me. What the new supply doesn't realize is they're not just being love bombed, they're also being programmed. They're being conditioned. They're being set up to see you as the problem, to trust only the narcissist, to feel like they're the savior in the story. It makes them feel special. And here's what makes it worse. The narcissist wants you to see it all. That's how sadistic they are. They want you to know how happy they are now. It's not enough for them to move on. They need you to watch it. They'll post on purpose. They'll share couple photos, inside jokes, stories from holidays, all crafted to make you feel rejected, replaced, erased. Why? Because narcissists cannot self-soothe. They need external reactions to validate their worth. And your pain, your jealousy, your confusion, that's a hit for them. It tells them, I still have power over you. Will the narcissist treat them better? Let me be super clear. No, not long term. Right now, it looks shiny. They've got their new shiny top toy. Why is that toy looking so shiny? Simply because they haven't yet been abused. It's only a matter of time before the cracks start to show because narcissists don't change. They just change partners. They may treat the new supply better for now. They may even seem to grow. Maybe they're in therapy. Maybe they've suddenly become self-aware, it seems. But if you zoom out, it's the same cycle every single time. Idealize, love bomb, devalue, discard, replace, and destroy you, the old target. Eventually, the new supply will start hearing the same subtle criticisms, feeling the same cold silences, experiencing the same gaslighting. And then they'll be the one wondering what happened to the loving, attentive partner they first met. Meanwhile, you're left with the aftermath. And it is so hard not to compare yourself to someone who's still being love bombed. But comparing yourself to the new supply is like comparing yourself to a version of you from the beginning of your relationship. They're not seeing the real person yet. They're seeing the mask, and you lived it. You know how this story ends. They're not in a better relationship. They're in the start of the exact same trauma cycle. And that cycle, it doesn't change unless the narcissist does deep, consistent, long-term inner work. Unless, let's be honest about that, guys, what narcissist is going to do that? If they're doing that, they're not a narcissist. So what can you do instead? Well, first, you need to remember your healing is not about them. It's not about what they're doing, who they're with, or what show they're putting on. It's about you. Here's what I want you to focus on. Number one, stop watching their story. Mute them, block them. Take a breath from stalking. It's not helping. You will never find anything that makes you feel better. You're just watching a performance, not a relationship. And every click is a cut. Number two, journal the truth. Write down how you really felt when you were with them, the confusion, the walking on eggshells, the anxiety, not just the highs, but the rock bottom lows. Because trauma messes with your memory. It makes you nostalgic for people who hurt you. Journaling anchors you back to reality. Number three, focus on the pattern, not the person. Ask yourself, what did I ignore? What were the red flags? What kept me stuck? This isn't about blame. It's about understanding your trauma so you never get stuck in this cycle again. Connect with people who get it. Number four, this is vital. Find a therapist, a coach, an online support group. By the way, I provide online support as a specialist therapist to the people worldwide. So please just see my link in the description. You need to find people who will never say, but they seem so nice. Number 5, give yourself what the narcissist never did: validation, kindness, stability, peace, safety. That's your job now. And the best part, you can give it to yourself. Let me be real one more time. The narcissist's new supply is not proof that you weren't enough. They're just the next person in line. They're in the fantasy stage, the one you remember all too well, but you've seen behind the mask. You've escaped that cycle, and that makes you powerful, even when it doesn't feel like it. So instead of watching their highlight reel, start writing your own healing story. Start rebuilding your self worth. Start trusting that what you felt was real, and what you need going forward is even more real. Because the truth is, the narcissist did not move on, they just changed costumes. You're healing, you're growing, and that is something they may never get to experience. And that's the real win.